Today on Rappler. The suggested retail price for red onions is now set to 250 pesos per kilo, up from 170 pesos. Data privacy advocates warn SIM card owners, be careful of what you consent to. The government wants to extend its Libreng Sakay program to 2023. A Myanmar court adds another 7 years to Aung San Suu Kyi's sentence for a total of 33 years, effectively delivering a life sentence. Legendary Brazilian football player Pele dies. And all 6 members of K-pop group iKON leave YG Entertainment. The suggested retail price for red onions is now set to 250 pesos per kilo, up from its previous price of 170 pesos. In an administrative circular released Thursday, December 29, the Department of Agriculture approved the SRP increase. This takes effect immediately and will remain in place until the first week of January 2023. In an interview with CNN Philippines, the DA is also investigating whether agricultural smuggling and price manipulation was behind the surge in red onion prices. Over the past weeks, the Bureau of Customs seized 171 million pesos worth of smuggled agricultural products from China, which include fresh white and red onions. Data privacy advocates warn users must be mindful of what they consent to while registering their SIM cards. More than 5 million SIM cards have already been registered, all in a bid to hold users more accountable for their telecommunication activities. Advocate Ronald Gustilo says the law is unlikely to eliminate spam messages and fraudsters, one of the original aims of the bill. In registration pages, some telcos include the option to use their information for marketing and analytics purposes. Gustilo says users are not required to consent to these conditions to accomplish their SIM registration. Groups also criticize the selfie requirement by telcos, which they see as a blatant violation of privacy. Gustilo says selfie verification is not included in the SIM registration law and its implementing rules and regulations. The government is looking to extend its Libreng Sakay program in 2023, while also eyeing to privatize the EDSA Carousel by the third quarter. The Department of Transportation, or DOTR, issues a statement clarifying its earlier announcement that free rides for the EDSA Carousel under the Libreng Sakay program would end by December 31. In a report from CNN Philippines, Transport Secretary Jaime Bautista says the government is hoping to privatize the EDSA Carousel by the third quarter of 2023. But transport group Piston pushes back, saying privatizing the EDSA Carousel does not guarantee greater efficiency and may even result in higher fares. The DOTR says it will use its 1.29 billion peso budget to re-implement the Libreng Sakay program nationwide. A Myanmar military court adds another 7 years to Aung San Suu Kyi's sentence for a total of at least 33 years, effectively delivering a life sentence to the deposed leader. A Reuters source says Suu Kyi is found guilty of offenses relating to her lease and the use of a helicopter while Myanmar's de facto leader. A Nobel Peace Prize winner, Suu Kyi spent much of her political life in detention under military governments. The verdict adds to sentences of at least 26 years handed down since December 2021. Since December last year, she has been convicted of breaking COVID-19 restrictions while campaigning, illegally owning radio equipment, incitement, breaching a state secrets law, and trying to influence the country's election commission. Western countries dismiss the trials as a sham and call for the immediate release of all political prisoners, including Suu Kyi. Legendary Brazilian football player Pele dies on Thursday, December 29. He was 82. Pele died due to multiple organ failures related to colon cancer. The government of outgoing Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro declares 3 days of mourning. Other state leaders pay tribute to Pele. French President Emmanuel Macron tweets, "The game, the king, eternity." US President Joe Biden also tweets, "Pele's rise from humble beginnings to soccer legend was a story of what is possible." Pele is the only athlete to win the World Cup 3 times. Meanwhile, British fashion designer Vivienne Westwood also dies on Thursday. Westwood pioneered punk fashion, having styled punk icons the Sex Pistols. Westwood also used her public profile to protest against anti-terrorism laws and government spending policies that hit the poor. All 6 members of K-pop group iKON are leaving YG Entertainment. In a Weverse notice, YG Entertainment says the decision arrived after a long discussion with members about their future activities. The boys will still be continuing their activities as iKON and will continue to interact with its fanbase on social media and Weverse. iKON's YG exit comes after Big Bang member Tae Song left the agency as well as fellow member Tae Yang, who signed with YG affiliate The Black Label. iKON debuted as a 7-member group under YG Entertainment in 2015. And that's today's wrap. I'm Michelle Abad. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.